Good evening, everyone. Tina Spalding Trance Channel here for day 32 of 40 Days and 40 Nights with Jesus. This is our evening session. Let's see what he has to say to us today. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. Some of you are excited about the transformations that are coming to your planet, and some of you are very trepidatious about the changes that are coming to your planet. For those of you that are trepidatious, we suggest that you change your mind because changes are coming to your planet. And one of the greatest causes of suffering in humans is resisting what is. Now, when we say resisting what is, that does not mean that you have to like what is. But you do have to understand that it is the end result of a lot of energy and thought and behavior manifesting into the present moment. So when you look at what is, it's okay to not like it, but you must accept it for now. And so those of you that are cautious or worried about the future, what you are actually doing is you are allowing the present moment to negatively impact your frequency, which will mean that the future will be less beneficial. So this is really a very, very strong discipline that's required from all of you at this time, where you only focus on that which is beneficial, you only focus on the teachings that help you, you only focus on the things that are good that are happening. So one of the things that is very, very beneficial, of course, is being in nature, because nature has ebbs and cycles, ebbs and flows. You see that at times the landscape looks desolate and cold, but there is always something new brewing under the surface, and inevitably spring comes. You see the abundance of fruits in the autumn. You could be sad that the apples are falling from the tree, or you can be happy. It is your choice. But the fact is that it's the end of a cycle. And this is the way to look at what's happening to your society now. It is the end of a cycle. And just as you don't cry when the apples fall from the trees because that season is over, you must not cry because this season is over. You have had a deep and intense, albeit short, relationship with capitalism, unfettered capitalism. There is nothing wrong with seeking to improve your life. There is nothing wrong with making things and selling them to people. But when it is unfettered and unmoderated, you get to see the results of that extreme expression of capitalism. Now, we are far from communists. We believe and we know that the way for the human to thrive is to be able to be uniquely you, to do the things that you are good at, and to exchange with others so that you can get something in return. So what we want you to understand is that this principle is not going to go anywhere. Those of you that are feeling distressed by the future are going to get depressed or unmotivated or unable to make a decision, and that is going to impact the ability for you to use your energies positively. So this is the idea of forgiveness. When you look at the world and you say to yourself, oh my gosh, it's terrible, we're all going to die, then you will feel sad and disillusioned, and it will feel kind of pointless. When you look at the world and say to yourself, this is the ego's playground, look at that person hurting that one, look at that terrible situation, this is what the ego does, then you turn away without having let it distress you towards something that is what you do want. So this is a reaffirmation tonight of that. As you drift off into sleep this evening, think of all the things you love, all the things you have made in your life, all of the experiences that you've attracted to yourself. Think of all the lovely friends and family that you have. Think about your body that works so well most of the time. For most of you, it's working perfectly fine right now. Thank your eyes for letting you see. Thank your ears for letting you hear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And go to sleep feeling full and satisfied that life is good. That frequency, life is good and I am blessed, is going to be the seed frequency that you want to plant for the future. So don't let the news stories depress you. Don't let what is happening in the world determine how you feel. The ego is in charge of this world. Separation is the default setting in this world. War and famine, disease, being taken advantage of, these are par for the course in the ego's world. Do not be continually surprised that you see them, but look at them and go, ah, there it is, more of the same. Thank you, ego, for showing me what you are and who you are. Now I'm going to look at what I would like to do. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to appreciate everything about my experience, what it's taught me, what it's shown me that I love, what it's shown me that I don't love. Everything is working together for good. It is hard for you to believe that right now, but in a few years you will see that the ending of this cycle was time. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. I'm going to have a lovely Thanksgiving dinner with my sons and family tonight. I hope you have an enjoyable Thanksgiving weekend. But of course, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me today. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Bye.